What's up, everyone? Chef Dave back with another cooking video, and today we're going to take the white beans that we made video here, and we are going to make a white bean puree out of them. And we're going to do kind of a spicy version with some roasted jalapenos and some roasted onion from the cooking process of the beans. But you can kind of do what you want, and it's really up to you how you want to make the flavor speak to you. Okay? You can do a lot of different things. You can treat it exactly like hummus by adding tahini to it. You can do many, many things, but the important thing is cooking beans well, and then the pureeing and emulsifying. That part of it is super important, and that's what we're going to go over today. The garnishes are up to you, so let's get into it. All right, and for our bean puree, we've got the onion and celery from the bean cooking process. Don't have to do that, but I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm going to use it. We got beans. We have more than this, but this is just for the photo. Plenty of cooked white beans, plenty of good olive oil, and the jalapenos, which we're going to roast. That's simple. Let's do it. Here we go. We're going to char our jalapenos. We're going to balance them up right here. We're going to let that char. Okay, we're not going to peel them afterwards. We're going to leave that char for flavor. And just right on the flames. Same thing with our celery right here. We're just going to give the celery a little bit of char, and our onion as well. Onion right there. Celery, we'll just put this other piece of celery back here. And we'll bring it back once everything's charred up nice. As you can see here, we've rotated things. We're getting good color on the onions. You expect those to get color. Good color on the jalapeno. All right, we got good color on our onion here. I think that's good. We don't want to burn the hell out of it, right? We just want a little char, okay? The jalapeno looks solid. Looks very good, actually. We're going to give it a little more kiss on that side. We're going to bring this one over so we can get a little love on this other side. Boom, just like that. Okay. This starting to get good color there. All right, we got good color. Now what we're going to do here, just to make sure this is nice and soft, we're going to put this, I like to put them in a little pint container. Okay. We're going to put them in there. We're going to put a lid on it. We're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes. And then these we're going to put right into our food processor with our beans. Okay, here we go. So we have our beans set up in our food processor. We have our onion and our jalapenos. The jalapenos, I just cut that top off, just like that. I want it to be a little spicy, so, we're not going to worry about seasoning quite yet. We will deal with that in a little bit. What we do want to do is start pureeing it. And then we're going to adjust with the cooking liquid how we think our viscosity is. I think it's going to need a little bit of cooking liquid, but we're going to puree it for a little while. We really want it to break down. So we'll bring you back in a couple minutes. So this has been going for about a minute or so, and a lot of people would say, oh, that's done, that's ready. No. We're tasting it for seasoning. It needs a little bit of salt. Has a little bit of kick from the jalapenos, a little bit of salt. I think the peppers and all that is good, but we're going to now close this. I didn't add any more liquid, so I think the liquid is actually fine. We're going to close this, and we're going to puree this for about 4 to 5 minutes. Just let it go, okay? So look how much smoother this is already. And this has only been for about another minute or two. And so we want to go another 2 minutes. Actually, once we hit about 4 or 5 minutes, we're going to add a half a cup of olive oil. And we're going to go for 1 more minute. So if you've done this right, which we have, you've got a very, very smooth puree here. And now, a little trade secret that I didn't put in the beginning, because I want you to watch the whole video to get it all. Always finish with a little bit of acid. In this case, since we went jalapeno, we're going to do a little lime juice. And most importantly, if you did this right, this is pretty warm, okay? So what you want to do, I took a little of the bean liquid, but you can use water, iced it down. You want very ice cold water, And we're going to add that about 3 tablespoons worth. And that'll help emulsify it and give it even better velvety texture. You're just going to go for about 30 seconds. It's probably a little hard to pick up on the camera, but you can actually see the color change and it turns a little bit more like a pastel. And that's it. Now you can put this in the fridge, eat it over the next day or two, 3 days, whatever. It's got probably about a week shelf life. You don't want to let it sit too long. It is a bean, so it will ferment. Absolutely fantastic. You can flavor it any way you want. That's the best way to make a bean puree. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you liked that bean video. Do it at home. It's a great thing to have in your fridge. And as always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. And Chef Dave will see you on the next one. Peace.